Okay, hello everybody. My name is Joe Murphy and I would like to welcome you to Sensory's webinar. Today we're focusing on product makers, and we have a couple of great companies here that are making products leveraging Sensory's embedded technology using our VoiceHub platform. A few housekeeping rules and tips before we get started. There's a Q&A window and you can ask questions in the Q&A window, and we've reserved 15 minutes at the end of this session to address those questions. So please ask questions throughout the session. We'll address some of them live in the chat window for Q&A, and others will be addressed at the end. And this session is being recorded, and anyone who registered will get a link to the recording after the session wraps. And without further delay, I would like to introduce the panelists. So if all the panelists could please unmute and show their video, just a quick intro on who you are and what you do. Let's start with Jeff Rogers.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Jeff Rogers, VP of Sales and co-founder of Sensory. Excited about this webinar. This will be a different one and should be a lot of fun.
Thanks, Jeff. And Javad?
Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Javad. I'm responsible for StreamUnlimited's US business development and partnerships out of the Bay Area. And I'm working closely with our technology partners here like Sensory, and very excited to be here today.
Great. And Lucas?
Hey, hi, I'm Lucas. Happy to be here. I'm a software engineer at StreamUnlimited here in Vienna, Austria. And I have the great opportunity today to show you what we have been working on with the VoiceHub and Sensory.
Thank you, Lucas. And Sean at Cardinal Peak.
Hey everyone, I'm Sean O'Neill. I'm the VP of Applications Engineering here at Cardinal Peak in Lafayette, Colorado.
Thank you, Sean. Tyler.
Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Tyler Marshall. I'm Global VP of Product for Teksun, overseeing all final product development on behalf of our clients and internally. We've been working closely with Sensory for quite some time and developing some really cool things. So excited to show some of that here shortly.
Thank you. And finally, Mohit.
Hello, everybody. This is Mohit, and I am firmware principal engineer at Teksun, and I oversee the firmware department.
Okay, great. Thank you to all our panelists for this session. And I'm going to ask panelists now to mute their video and audio and hand it over to Jeff to introduce Sensory and the VoiceHub.
Okay, great. Thanks, Joe. Just confirming that you can see my screen.
Yes, I can, Jeff.
Okay, great. So who is Sensory? We've been at this for quite a number of years now, and I guess to sum it up, we're focused on improving the user experience between people and products. We're pioneers in Edge AI. We've been doing Edge AI for more than 25 years. We use the latest techniques such as neural nets and deep nets and machine learning. We have voice and vision technologies. And as you can see by my screen here, we're used by many major consumer electronics companies around the world, and a variety of different types of markets and industries. So whether it's mobile or wearable or appliance or automotive, AR, VR, finance with the variety of different banks that you see here. All of these are real Sensory customers that have done real products with us. So not just demos or development or lab tests, but these are real products that have been done. And our technology is shipped in literally billions and billions and billions of products worldwide. So a lot of experience here and a lot that obviously that we do and can do. So just introducing you to our technology suite. Truly hands-free, we're definitely known for this. This is our wake word technology. It's phrase-spotted commands. Again, runs all on device. Our Truly Natural is our large vocabulary natural language speech engine. So it's very scalable from just a few words to hundreds of thousands or millions of commands. We've created this new tool that's now 6 months old. We've got more than 500 companies and developers using it. Our partners that are on this webinar here this morning are going to show you some projects that they've done using the VoiceHub tool. But basically, VoiceHub allows developers to create their own custom wake word, phrase-spotted command sets, or natural language grammar. So it's super exciting, and there's a lot that's going on because of that. Then we've got our truly secure line, our speaker verification. This is true voice password. So companies have used this to unlock mobile phones from companies like Motorola, LG, NEC, and in Japan is using it to unlock PCs. So it's a true voice password. Our truly secure sound ID is a newer technology, newer member of the family of our truly secure. This allows us to listen for environmental sounds, alarm sounds, baby cry, dog bark, gunshot, glass break, etc. And then our truly secure authentication. This is our vision technology, so computer vision, and this is currently being used in mobile phones and tablets for face unlock, as well as by several banks around the world. So starting with our truly hands-free, again, it's very accurate, it's widely deployed across billions of different products. We can support a single wake word, or we can support multiple wake words. We can support phrase spotted commands. So again, even in a noisy environment or with other people talking, I can recognize these commands very clearly. We support multiple languages. So today we support more than 24 languages. In the VoiceHub tool that I'm going to introduce in just a minute, you'll see that there's around a dozen different languages that we support already in that. And then high accuracy and noise. So the guy in the picture there talking to his watch, I love that because I've got a smartwatch that's running our truly hands-free. And even back in the days at CES when we could all attend, there's 10,000 people around you talking, I could still talk to my watch. In fact, I even tried it at a Qualcomm party that had Train performing, so it was banging loud music. And I looked over at our CEO and I was like, hey, Todd, check this out. And I could still recognize even that high noise. So yeah, works in high noise. Truly Natural is our our natural language large vocabulary recognizer. It's private by design. Today it's focused totally on device, but we're also developing a private cloud version of this that you'll learn more about here as we move down the path. But today it's really focused on device recognition. It's highly optimized. It's domain specific again, so it's really designed around, I want to recognize something specific for in a specific product. So as an example, the Farberware microwave oven that's on the market today is based on Truly Natural. It has a large vocabulary that allows people to talk very naturally to it. So I can just say things like, cook for 35 seconds, or I can say set the timer for 10 minutes, or set time for 10:17 a.m., or defrost a 2-pound chicken, warm up my coffee, cook my frozen pizza, whatever. And so basically anything that you would do to a microwave oven, you could say to this microwave oven. And so it's a great example of Truly Natural in a product. So we can also provide natural conversational kinds of interactions. So in a kiosk type of application, if I went up to it and I said, I'll take a hamburger with a French fry and a Diet Coke, it could come back and ask me what size for the fries and what size for the Diet Coke. So again, having that kind of chat bot or interactive interaction with the user is really important. And then our face and voice biometrics. So this is our computer vision and speaker verification technologies. We support both text dependent, which is an enrolled voice password where I can enroll a password, verify me, and then when I say that, it says, yeah, that's Jeff. Or text independent, where I'm just talking and it says, oh, I hear Jeff talking. And so in products, you can actually combine these into the same product. So I could use a set voice password, or maybe in a smart speaker, I'm just talking and the smart speaker says, oh, I hear Jeff talking. And so when there's a lull in the conversation, it could come in and say, oh, excuse me, Jeff, don't forget the webinar at 9 o'clock this morning. And that would make for a truly smart speaker. Language independent, so face and voice biometrics are based on you, the person. And so these work anywhere in the world today. And then again, the focus is always on high accuracy and noise. So what are we going to see today? The agenda today is I'll do a quick intro to our VoiceHub. I think many of you have seen it now, and so I'm going to change things up a little bit and actually spend a little additional time in our Truly Natural creating a grammar and then modifying that just so you can see how easy the tool is. But create some custom wake words, phrase spotted command sets, and then again the natural language grammar. Then StreamUnlimited is going to introduce their smart speaker / IoT product and demo that they've created. It's really cool. Cardinal Peak is going to focus on wearable and show a demo that they've created that, again, really cool. And then also Teksun is created a smart TV, again, using our VoiceHub for a wake word and then commands. So let me jump out of that and pop up this here. So this is our VoiceHub, and I can start with just creating a new project, and you can see that I can create a wake word, a custom wake word, or multiple wake words, simple commands, or then again our truly natural. And so I'll start with just a basic wake word here. So here I can name it, so I can call this sensory partners as an example. Then the language over here, I choose the language that I want. So as a drop down, you can see that the VoiceHub already supports all of these languages, and we continue to add more. So for this, for today, I'll stick with US English here. Then you can select the initial size, and it says initial because once the VoiceHub outputs it, it'll change a little bit, either a little smaller, or a little bit larger, depending on what you're doing. So you can see there's a variety of different sizes that we support here, from 80 KB or smaller now on some of the platforms, up to 1 MB. And then you can select the output format. So the default is our truly hands-free and truly natural SDK. But you can see here, let me just scroll down a little bit here. Many of our chip partners are listed in here. So whether I'm developing something for Ambic or for DSPG or for Forte Media or Knowles or Qualcomm or whatever, a lot of our chip partners are here. So then I just type in what I want. So again, I could type in sensory partners as my wake word. I hit return, and now I'm ready to create that wake word. Over here, you see this little speaker icon. What we've done here is added a TTS engine to basically pronounce what the recognizer is expecting. So if I press this,
sensory partners.
So I can hear it, I can say, yeah, that's what I meant to do. So as an example, if I were to type in HBO for a TV command as an example, and I press this,
Wow.
it's thinking that I'm just trying to recognize Bo. So I can hear that and say, no, that's not right. So I put spaces between it.
HBO.
Oh, okay, that's the one that I want. So just having that little feedback in there makes the tool really useful. So once I'm ready to build my wake word or wake words, I then hit the build button, and it takes about an hour to build a custom wake word. So instead of waiting for that hour, here it is again, already built. And now I can test on my PC or Mac, or I can download directly into my phone. So I'm going to download. If I hit the download button, you'll see two options. One is this QR code, or I can actually download the model. So if I select download the model, it's going to basically pop up a window saying, okay, where do you want to download it to? And I won't actually do that, but I could then use that in the SDK. So the other option is that I've got my smartphone here. And if I just pop up my screen here, you can see my screen and Voice Genie. And then I just scan that QR code. And now it's going to load that demo that I just created into my smartphone. So whether it's Android or iOS, we support both. So now you can see that I've got the wake word here listening. So I say sensory partners. And even though I said it in the middle of other noise, words around it, it's recognizing. So when I say sensory partners, I want it to respond each time. So it's really fast, very easy to use. Now we can expand that and actually take that wake word that I've already created, which is right here. And then I can do a command set. So here I've just typed in a variety of different things: IoT products, lighting control, temperature control, whatever. I even put other stuff I want. So it can be really random. And again, we've got the speaker here so you can listen to it. So I've already built this just to speed things up. And so then I can download. And again, I'll download the model and scan this into my phone. And close this, and then I can pop up my phone here. So now this will download not only the wake word, but also the commands. So you can see the commands are matching here what I've done. So then I can just say sensory partner IoT products, and it recognizes. Or I can say sensory partners, I want lighting control right now. Oh, let me try that again. Sensory partners, lighting control. Sensory partners, hey, what's the temperature? So the actual command is, what is the temperature? And I said, what's the temperature? So there was enough information there that it said, yeah, that I know what you want. And that's the beauty of phrase spotting. So let me jump on to Truly Natural before I run out of time here. So Truly Natural is a little bit different. Here, again, I can type in the name that I want. I can select the acoustic model size, and I'm doing a really, really small one at 147 kbyte. Select the language, again, the output, the wake word that I want, and then I also have this out of vocabulary rejection slider. So I can make it more rejecting, or I can make it less rejecting. So it just depends on kind of the expectation that you have. I typically like to use 10. It feels pretty good to me. So then what we have here is we have intents and slots and basically the phrases. So I kind of think from the top level down. I think, well, what's the intent? The intent is to take a drink order. And so I just created that by typing in that, and I hit the plus sign, and I can type in drink order. And then I jump down to vocabulary and I think, okay, well, what are people going to say? So people are going to say something, you know, the wake word, and then maybe they might say, I want, or give me, or whatever. And so I've got an intro slot. So if I open up the intro slot, you can see that I've just typed in things that I think people might say before the actual drink that they want. And anytime you see a question mark means that it's optional. The word preceding is optional. So I want, or I want a, as an example. And you'll also notice that I'm not having this trigger an NLU event. I don't really care about what's said before. I care about the actual grammar in this case. So I've got intro, and then I've got a question mark, because somebody might just say the drink they want, or they might say the intro. Then I list the drinks, and so I've got all my drinks here. And so if I open up this, it'll be all the drinks that I've added for this machine. And then I've got, and that's not optional, you have to say that, and that does trigger an NLU. And then I also have modifiers. So the modifiers are things like with sugar, sugar-free, cream and sugar, whatever. And then again, you can see that this triggers an NLU event. So once I'm all done, I build this. And with Truly Natural builds very quickly, so I don't have to wait the hour because the wake word's already done. And then I can just say, okay, I can test it on the PC, or I can download the model again into my phone. And I'll scan that QR code in here. And then pop up my little demo here. And here it is. So it's all loaded in. So I can say, Voice Genie, I'll take a large hot chocolate with cream and sugar. Okay, so you can see it recognized everything that I said. I'll take a large hot chocolate with cream and sugar. And then the NLU shows me, okay, it was a drink order. The drink was hot chocolate, and the modifier was cream and sugar. So this is really cool. But what if I might decide that somebody wants to add sizes? And so what I can do is I can say, okay, I want to add a new slot here. So I just add that, and I'll just call it size. And now I've got a size slot. So then I open up that slot, and I just type in large, small, tall, venti, medium, helps if I spell right, etc. So those are all in there now. And so I go back to my vocabulary, and I'm like, well, where would the size go? So the size is probably after the intro. I want a small or large or whatever. So I'm just going to drop that right in there. And then I can put the question mark after it, because they might not say the size. So now I rebuild it and load it into my phone. So download the model here, load it into my phone, scan that. And so now I can say, and pop up the phone here so you can see it again. So now I can say, Voice Genie, I'll take a tall cafe Americano with cream. So now it recognized the size is tall. And so I made that quick modification, just, I mean, literally in seconds. And then if I wanted to, I could resize it, or I could redo the order. So maybe it's intro, drinks, then size, then modifier. So again, I could build this out as much as I want. So this is our VoiceHub tool. Again, custom wake words, phrase spotted commands, and natural language grammars. And looking forward to seeing what our partners have done. So I'm going to turn things over to Javed now to introduce StreamUnlimited and their demo.
Thank you, Jeff. I'm gonna quickly share my screen here. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, looks good, Javad.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm gonna take a few minutes to talk about StreamUnlimited, and then I'm gonna hand it off to my colleague Lucas, who's gonna talk about our demo. So just at a high level.
Hang on, Javad. I don't think I'm seeing your slides. I'm seeing your StreamUnlimited background.
Hang on. How about now?
Looks good.
Okay, thank you, Joe. All right, so yes, so just at a high level, so StreamUnlimited is an Austrian company with our headquarters in Vienna, Austria. We also have offices in Bratislava, which is Slovakia, and Romania. Then we also have a small China presence, and I'm based here in the US. We're predominantly a software company. Our core product is Stream SDK, which is a very flexible audio streaming solutions framework. Stream SDK today powers hundreds of customers' products, speakers, soundbars, AVRs, and millions and millions of devices out there in the market. So really industry proven SDK with technologies like Google Chromecast, Alexa, Apple AirPlay, so on and so forth. And then obviously a lot of technology partnerships like the ones we are doing with Sensory and others. Apart from Stream SDK, we also design hardware modules every year. We work with a lot of different SoC vendors on that, and sometimes they serve as a full turnkey solution. Now, lastly, we also run a daughter company which is called Sound Certificate, which is an official cert lab for a lot of certifications like Google Cast and so on and so forth. So quick company timeline. So StreamUnlimited was founded in 2004 in Vienna. We come from Philips audio roots. The founders, they come from Philips audio roots. Over the last 15 years, we've really expanded our offerings manifold by adding a lot of different services, a lot of different like music streaming services, Spotify, Pandora, so on and so forth. And as we've evolved, our Stream SDK into offering a lot of features and ecosystem offerings like Google and Alexa ecosystem and so on. At the same time, we work very closely with the chipset suppliers like NXP, Qualcomm, MediaTek, and others to make sure that the SDK is fully ported and it's working on all these different solutions. So yeah, as you can see the timeline, right? So around 2017, we kind of expanded outside of Europe, and we opened a China office. Then here in US we started a small presence, and over the last 3 to 4 years, we've done a lot of voice assistant integrations and a lot of voice assistant shipments with top brands, smart speakers and soundbars, and we continue to do that as we move forward. A quick view of what the Stream SDK looks like. So as you can see, the SDK is built from ground up into different layers. At the very bottom right, so we work with all the SoC vendors to make sure that the SDK works on a lot of different platforms. So customers can literally come to us and with their choice of SoC, and majority of the times the Stream SDK is already working on that platform as long as it's a mainstream platform. Then we build our modules for customers who want to take the modules. For other brands, who don't want modules, you can simply run Stream SDK onto your own hardware. And so our basic philosophy is to keep Stream SDK very modular and very flexible, so that we have a lot of different pieces of technologies that go into this. So as you can see on the right, we work with Sensory and a lot of other technology providers to include this functionality into our stack. And to the right, if you see, we work with the main ecosystem guys like Google, Amazon, Tencent, and others. So at the end of the day, it's very modular, and customers have the choice to almost like pick and choose the desired feature set that you need. And we customize it according to your needs and provide it for your product. So it's a very ecosystems compliant and as well as fully SO agnostic audio streaming framework. Lastly, before I hand off to Lucas, just a quick kind of voice assistant evolution as we see it. 4 or 5 years ago, we started working with the main ecosystems to enable like the mainstream cloud connected voice assistants. Then in phase 2, over the last few years, we've seen a lot of branded voice assistants like Hey Spotify and BBC and other brands coming up with their assistants. And I think now we are really entering into phase 3, which is super exciting because of a few things. First is that I think all the brands, they want to build multi-wake word and multi-assistant experiences where there is localized controls with voice, as well as you have the option to go to the cloud for certain functions. So with Stream SDK, we will be at the leading edge of building such experiences. Another interesting thing happening is, of course, the Apple's Siri announcement to go on to third party, and we're super excited to enable that on top of what we do originally with Google and Alexa and others. So really happy about our partnership with Sensory, and I'll hand it off to Lucas for the demo.
So thank you, Javad. Can you see everything? Can you see, guys?
Yes, looks good, Lucas.
Perfect. So the project I'm going to show you today is our offline assistant. It uses offline voice recognition, which is powered by the truly natural SDK. And we also build it on VoiceHub, and both is provided by Sensory. We use the wake word generator there, and also the large natural language vocabulary editor. Our offline assistant provides media control via the Stream SDK, and it also has some smart home control functionality via the Stream Things framework. So Stream Things is our IoT stack. It supports multiple protocols like ZigBee or IP. It also features a local rule engine, so that can be it's similar to having like a local or offline skills, or like offline if this and then that support, right? And it also has scene support, so you can control one or multiple devices via activating a scene, for example. Of course, first we had to create our own wake word. So we are using OKStream as a now my demo goes on for the English language. And then for the actual model, we use the large natural language vocabulary. So for example, some basics, simple intents, we have one intent for each functionality. For example, for the playback control, we have control play or control pause to pause it. And so different phrases can map to these simple intents. And if we are using slots here, for example, media, then we just use it as grouping. For example, you can have song, audio, playback, or for media, which means that if you say resume the playback or play some music, both will then map to the control play intent and start the playback. We have also more complex intents, which then use NLU slots. So for example, the set volume intent has a volume level slot, and that one can be in steps from 0 to 10, or it can also be in percentage from 0 to 100. So you can say, okay, set the volume to 5, or you can say set the volume to 66%. And depending on which phrase you say, the logic detects what you meant, and then we adjust the volume accordingly. Then the third option we have intents which are configurable, so they are populated with some custom grammar on the device. So depending on your device configuration, you might have different values or different phrases. So for example, if you support line in or HDMI, then I can say, okay, I want to map HDMI and TV to the term HDMI. And then if I say switch to TV, the logic will receive the HDMI term, and then it will switch the input to HDMI. In addition, we also have like active some additional features like active echo cancellation, which helps if you have playback active and want to clean the audio input, the microphones. And then we also have some multiple TTS engines, so text-to-speech options, for example, online services or pre-recorded phrases. So, and I'm going to show you the demo. Okay, so for the demo, I'm using our StreamKit 1832 and some Philips Hue lights. One of these lights represents my living room and the other one is my office. And I will first activate a scene, which will turn on my music and my lights. And then I will change the volume and adapt the scene and change a little bit on the lighting. And then after that, I will leave the scene again, which will turn off all my devices. Okay, stream, turn my home on. Okay, stream, volume up. Okay, stream, play rock music. Okay, stream, decrease the volume. Okay, stream, what music is playing?
Playing Frozen Egg from Lame Drivers on Spotify.
Okay, stream, pause. Okay, stream, turn off my living room light. Okay, stream, set my office to green. Set office to green. Ah, now it works. Okay, stream, resume. Okay, stream, turn my home off. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Lucas. And next we're moving over to Sean at Cardinal Peak. And a quick note to all the panelists, we're running a little bit behind, so anything you can do to speed us up is appreciated.
Thank you very much. Can I confirm that you can see my slides?
Yes, looks good, Sean.
Awesome. Hey, hello everyone. My name is Sean O'Neill and I'm the Vice President of Application Engineering at Cardinal Peak. I'm very excited to talk to you today about what we do at Cardinal Peak and how we work with Sensory to deliver solutions to our joint customers. Cardinal Peak is a professional services company. We help our customers build products. We have about 120 software and hardware engineers on staff and have been in business for around 19 years. We have commercialized over 200 products and services for our customers. Here's some logos from some of our customers. Our technical competencies cover a wide range. We have a deep experience in hardware and embedded system development, developing solutions with silicon vendors like Qualcomm, NXP, ST Nordic, and many others. We have deep on-prem and cloud application development experience. We have strong partnerships with Amazon AWS team and have built many solutions using their services at scales. We have deep technical expertise in mobile application development and extensive experience in wireless connectivity. I wanted to quickly touch on a couple areas relevant to this seminar where Cardinal Peak has very deep experience. Audio and video application development, wireless connectivity, whether it be BLE, Bluetooth Classic, Wi-Fi, LoRa, or cellular, IoT device management system development, DSP algorithm development, product voice enablement. We are an Amazon Voice Services partner, as well as a member of the Voice Interop Group. This organization was formed to promote enablement of multiple voice assistants running concurrently on individual devices. We have the capability to deliver complete end-to-end product solutions for our customers. More and more, our customers are asking Cardinal Peak to voiceify their products. What do I mean by voiceify? Basically, building voice assistant support directly into their products. Many customers need a truly hands-free experience for these smart devices and services. And this means running an always-on wake word engine on the smart device, which can be very challenging for small wearables with limited battery. Customers are also needing large vocabulary, command word, and phrase recognition models to be run quickly to parse out their customers' intents and make requests to local or cloud services. For example, what's my altitude? How much vertical have I skied today? How much water have I put on my lawn today? How long was my last tennis point rally? All done via hands-free. This is where our partnership with Sensory comes in. Cardinal Peak is an expert in hardware and software product development, but we are not NLU experts. Sensory is both an NLP and NLU expert, and Sensory has developed tools that allow companies like Cardinal Peak to take advantage of their expertise and take advantage of it quickly. Cardinal Peak has built a number of solutions with Sensory. We started before VoiceHub was generally available. And now that VoiceHub has been deployed, it has further accelerated our ability to create and deploy NLP and NLU enabled solutions. Cardinal Peak is always under strict NDA with our customers not to share what we have built with them. But I can show you an example of how Sensory VoiceHub has accelerated our ability to design, build, and deploy voice-enabled products for our customers. This is a typical Sensory Cardinal Peak voice-enabled architecture looks like. Smart voicified products on the left. And from a power perspective, these products are either wired or battery powered. And this is where we need to decide whether the wake word model needs to be separated from the large vocabulary model or whether it can be co-located on the same device. For truly hands-free, the wake word engine needs to be running all the time, and this consumes energy. Typically, there is a huge focus on energy conservation and extending the runtime for a device. Once the wake word is detected on the smart device streams utterances to the mobile phone or to the cloud for large vocabulary processing and service invocation. Now that I've given you an overview of typical architecture, I'd like to walk you through an example we put together with Sensory. The example is Coach Extreme. It's a hypothetical fitness application. It's composed of a power-constrained wearable with this like clip-on mic or a wearable speaker mic. And these devices are power constrained, and hence the wake word model would run only on the wearable, and once detected, voice utterances would be directed toward the phone. So in this demo, I will show the VoiceHub configuration for these two models for Coach Extreme, downloading the models from VoiceHub into the VoiceHub mobile app, and demonstrate the performance of the wake word model and the large vocabulary model. So I will move us over to my recorded demo. 1 second. And I'll play this and then I'll just say a few words at the end. So can you verify that you can see my VoiceHub?
Yes, Sean, I can see it.
Awesome. So here we go. Okay, so I brought you to my VoiceHub account. I've got a number of models here that I've been working on. The first one I'm going to show you is the wake word model. So I'll click on it. And basically, their tool is as simple as you type your wake word into this text box and then choose the size with which you want to compile it down to and click build. Now I've already built this. If I build the 1 megabyte model, it'll build almost instantaneously. As you start to get smaller and smaller down to these more on the order of kilobyte models, it takes a little bit more compute power. But ultimately, it's just as simple for you, the application developer. So I can connect to my model and test it, and I can download it. As simple as this. Now I have the VoiceHub mobile app, so I just scan this QR code, and now this wake word model is in my mobile app for testing. Now let me take you back to my projects. And I'll take you to my model with my Coach Extreme large vocabulary model with no wake word. Now you'll see that there is no wake word selected because the wake word will be running on the wearable. But you can see the vocabulary and you can see basically an enumeration of stats, so introductions. So like, what's my, I want this, show me my, and then an enumeration of the stats, examples like heart rate, pace, distance, etc. And I've done the same thing for run selection in this, and then just general information, like play music, current time, next song, that sort of. And now when I go back to build my model, I'm going to build like about the 1 megabyte version. You can see how fast the model is built. And I'll just let it build. The build's complete already. So now I could test my coverage and see like what is my heart rate. And you can see that this phrase is covered. You could test it by connecting up to your audio device and see that it actually parses out the large vocabulary model, or then I can just download it to my mobile app, which I'll do now. And through this key code, I will download this in my mobile app. And now I can go back to my mobile app and you'll see the two models, the wake word model and this large vocabulary model. My mobile app for the VoiceHub, which you can download from the Sensory VoiceHub website. And so I can select which model that I want to test. And so I'm going to choose the Coach Extreme, which I used the QR code for the model in the VoiceHub and downloaded it to this mobile app. And now I will start to do some basic interactions with my voice model. So Coach Extreme, walk a 5K. Coach Extreme, my heart rate. Coach Extreme, what is my heart rate? Coach Extreme, how am I doing? Coach Extreme, walk 5K. Coach Extreme, play music. Coach Extreme, set a waypoint. So you can see it's very accurate. It's pretty low latency, and it really allows you very quickly to test your various models and see, the effectiveness of your wake-up word and how your language configuration works, and then you can tune it from there. So that's it for my demo. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sean. And now we're heading over to Tyler at Teksun.
All right. Am I visible?
You are.
Great. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll try to go as quickly as possible and get to the demo, which is the exciting part, to be mindful of everyone's time. And so, as I mentioned at the beginning, my name is Tyler, Global VP of Product for Teksun. Teksun is a end-to-end design, development, assembly, and manufacturing service provider. And so our main focus is into embedded hardware, embedded software, AI, ML, and cloud. And so we build products both for clients, and then we also build products internally, which help our clients get to market quicker in terms of speeding up their product development and market deliverability. So the demo that we're going to be showing here in a few moments is a really cool solution that combines one of our ready-made in-house solutions with Sensory. And so we have about 250 engineers right now around the globe, offices around the globe as well, delivered over 300 products. And the main areas that we focus into, especially over the last 10 years, has been healthcare and medtech, wearables, biotech. We've been working a lot into Industry 4.0. and into security and surveillance. And so all of that sort of under the umbrella of consumer electronics. Consumer electronics is one of the sweet spots that we work into. And so when we work with clients or when we're taking our own products through development, we work with a 5-phase approach. And so we go design, development. We take all of our products through certification as well. So we support our clients in getting certifications, developing production-ready prototypes, and then finally into mass production. We have assembly and manufacturing partners all over the world to bring products into the market. And so one of the solutions that we've built is a board, a system on module board. And we developed this product as a means, as I said a few moments ago, of helping our clients get to market a little bit quicker. And so this board here, we've actually partnered with Qualcomm on. It's a really cool board. It's built on the Qualcomm 625 platform. It runs on Linux and Android, which allows for system level control capabilities, which we'll talk about here in a few moments with the demo, how those SLC capabilities, especially plus, adding sensory on top of it is really a force multiplier in creating some really cool usability of custom products that we build for our clients. And so this board itself that we built, it's got a dedicated GPU on board for IoT and edge computing. It's got a Wi-Fi, GSM, Bluetooth, GPS. It has a suite of onboard sensors, temperature, light, 9-axis, accelerometer, motion sensor, supports 4K camera, inbuilt microphone and speaker, and it's a very small form factor. And so the extendability of this board is quite great. Some of the areas that we've used this board in the market with our product development, one is a TV, which actually my colleague Mohit will be demoing here in a few moments. Another one is a AI-enabled camera. We've used this board into security and surveillance. It can be used as an IoT edge gateway for onboard computing when aggregating multiple products or multiple nodes within a network. Smart city applications, industrial IoT. Speaking of Industry 4.0 a few moments ago, and so it can serve as a gateway for pushing data to the cloud on behalf of an industrial network of devices, using it into telemedicine, telematics, and transport. And so specifically the smart TV that we're going to be talking about here in a few moments, it has a pretty wide range of use cases, and especially when coupled with sensory, where sensory acts as a contactless, voice-enabled human-machine interface. Because the Tejas allows for system-level control, you're able to really get some unique results or interactiveness from this TV. It's not just a TV where you give simple commands to. You can actually start controlling devices in a network. So for example, surveillance dashboard, you can be actually interacting with the cameras within a surveillance network. Telemedicine, you can be speaking and interacting with different devices within a hospital or healthcare setting. Event help desk, smart conference, showroom product display. So there's a lot of ways that we've been working with sensory over for nearly a year now on working with some of these solutions in a practical application. And so that board that I'm speaking about right now, we've actually partnered with Qualcomm on that. We partner directly with Qualcomm, QuickTel, Nordic, Texas Instruments. These are the chipset providers that we work with on a regular basis and who we've actually partnered with in building some of our own SOM solutions. And then we work with some of the other big guys like NXP quite regularly, Microchip, Analog Devices. And so what I'll do is, like I said, I'll hand it over to Mohit, where he will run through a practical demo of the Tejas plus the Tejas board plus the TV plus sensory. So Mohit, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Tyler. So as we went forward in today's presentations, that there are three kind of setups that we can work with: wake word, simple commands, and natural language vocabulary. So what we have gone forward with is using the wake word as Tejas. That's the name of our product. So that's how we wake it up. And after that, we have used command sets project where there would be a phrase and the system would be acting to it. So just let me load down my screen and show you the product that we have. So right here, you can see the Tejas Som that Tyler was talking about, and attached to it is a screen of 10-inch. So this is really a dynamic demo product where we can attach any size of the screen, and here you can see behind me is the Tejas TV. This can find its application in infotainment system, kiosks, home assistance display, and smart TV as we are seeing. So let me just take you through a quick demo. Tejas, play video. So you can see the video has started playing. Now what I would like to do to it is, Tejas, stop video. Yes?
I'm going to, if you could stop sharing, and that way your camera will take the main frame. Right now we see you very small in the presenter mode. So stop screen sharing.
Let me do that.
Okay, and turn your video back on.
Give me a second.
Okay.
The screen setting has stopped.
Yes, if you could just turn your video back on, start video.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. So this is the setup that I was talking about. So this is the Tejas Som, and attached to it is a 10-inch LCD display. So this is what goes in the back of the TV. The size can differ of the LCD, and it can find its application anywhere, like the kiosk systems are there, infotainment systems are there, home assistant systems are there. And quickly I can take you through the demo of our Tejas TV. Tejas, play video. So you can see the video has started playing over there. Tejas, stop video. It has stopped and came back to the start of it now. Tejas, play video. Tejas, pause video. So in this case, the video has just paused, not stopped and gone to the actual one. Tejas, mute volume. Tejas, play video. So now we can see the video has started playing without the volume. Tejas, stop video. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the demo side. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Mohit. I'll now ask all the panelists to share their video and unmute. We have a few minutes for Q&A, so we're going to move fast. This will be a speed round for Q&A. And the first question I have here is for Teksun. Can we update sensory wake words and vocabulary over the air on Tejas board after the product is rolled out to the market?
Great question, Mohit. Since we've done that recently, do you want to address that?
Sure. Great. So sure, we can do that. We can customize the wake word or even the command sets that we are building over there. So that's a pretty straightforward system that Sensory deploy gives us the models, right? So that's what we need to just integrate into our system, and that can obviously be done over the fly.
Okay, great. Thank you. Jeff, I think this one is for you. How well does this cope with things like foreign names? For instance, trying to call Mr. Koch, K-O-C-H, sounds like Coke, C-O-K-E when spoken.
Yeah, that's a great question. There's a couple different ways to address it. Number one, as I demonstrated in VoiceHub, you can press the little speaker icon to hear what the recognizer is expecting, and so you can phonetically spell out a word or a name that would be somewhat different. Or in our Truly Natural, we do have a dynamic build capability where it can look at the text information and dynamically build that out. But in regards to VoiceHub, just playing that speaker icon, you can hear what the recognizer is expecting and phonetically spell it.
Okay, thank you. Javad, this is for Stream. Can Stream customize the offline assistant for custom use cases, not just custom wake words, but assistant behavior commands?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think with the help of VoiceHub, we can make all of those changes, right? We can adapt the use cases as per the application requirements. Obviously, a lot depends on the local connectivity environment, because this is, offline assistant, but that's definitely possible. I would also say that this doesn't just apply to like smart home, but it can be extended to IoT, industrial applications. So definitely, and great question. Thank you for that.
Okay, and Jeff, this one is coming back to you. In the VoiceHub, when I create the wake word project, I cannot select any output format other than the default one, THF SDK.
When you request access to VoiceHub, if you do have a specific chip that you're interested in, you can identify that in your request, and then that chip will be enabled for you, and so it will no longer be grayed out.
Okay, and then this one's going back to Teksun. Is there any variants of the Tejas module other than the Qualcomm 625 platform?
Yeah, we've done quite a few variations, and so like I was sharing a few moments ago, we've partnered with quite a few chipset manufacturers in developing solutions. Mohit, can you share a couple examples that we've done recently? Mohit, you're muted. We can see you. Your answer looks wonderful. There you go.
Okay. So apart from 625, we have been working with 610, 410, and the 210 series of the Qualcomm.
Okay, great. Thank you, Mohit. And we are at the top of the hour, so I'm going to wrap it up with this last question here. Where do we find the dev kit and software package? And I'll send that to you, Jeff. Jeff, you're muted.
Okay, yeah, sorry. The development kit and software package. So just go to the Sensory website and you can request access to VoiceHub. We do have development kits as well that you can request. Just contact Sensory directly. Just again, through the Sensory website, you can request access to those as well.
All right, thank you, everybody. Out of respect for everybody's time, we're running a minute over. I'm going to wrap it up now. I want to say thank you to all of our panelists and great looking products. I can't wait to see them out on the market. Really cool stuff with embedded voice control. As I mentioned earlier, this has been recorded and the link will be shared to everybody that registered. You can reach out to Sensory on our website. And if you want to get in contact with any one of the panelists, you can reach out through our contact form and we'll put you in contact with them as well. So thanks everybody and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye.
Bye bye.